Hi, it's Maria here from the Tarot Shop, and in this one video we're going to take a look at the new Sufi tarot. In my opinion, this is actually quite revolutionary because I've never seen anything like it, and maybe somebody can point me in the direction if they feel so inclined, but I'm quite impressed with this actually. So these are the cards which we'll take a look at in a moment. It's a Sufi tarot, which is I would say a combination of Sufism and tarot to appeal to both of us, I guess. It says here it's a Hay House deck. It's by Ayeda Husain. The quest for mystical truth is common to both tarot and Sufism. Sufism, called the path of the heart, is about polishing the mirror of the heart to reflect the divine. Similarly, tarot is about discovering the hidden secrets behind the arcanas. This beautifully illustrated deck, and I can confirm that it is beautifully illustrated, creatively re-envisions the cards through a Sufi lens and shares the potency of its ancient teachings and healing techniques. It's gorgeousness in a box is the only way I can describe it. Very peaceful, right? It reminds me a little bit, I guess, I don't know, you might shoot me for this, but it reminds me a little bit of the Light Seers. Very, very similar, but different. Similar sort of feel. So we have a little booklet. Well, it's not a little booklet, it's quite a sizable booklet. This lady here is Ayeda Husain. Inside it, at the beginning, she just does a quick explanation as to the deck, and also a sample spread straight into the cards, and she has named or renamed the major arcana, but you'll still see that it still makes absolute sense. You know, there's no real deviation from the imagery or the symbolism as such. Staffs are wands. There aren't any images in here, but it's not the end of the world because you've got the images in the cards. You've got the cups, swords, and coins as opposed to pentacles. So that's the book. And then for each one, she gives you the name, the upright and the reversed, and then goes into the detail, you know, behind the card. Contemplations and application. Can't fault it. I really can't. So that's the box. Let's put it to one side while we take a look at these gorgeous cards. They are quite sizable, as in they're quite chunky, but it's not anything that I couldn't manage, and I've got quite awkward, as you can see, awkward small hands, so I definitely can cope with these. But they're not about, say, usual deck of tarot, I would say, is probably about that. So just a little bit thicker, in my opinion. Okay, let's have a look. Not as big as the Light Seers, though. That's quite a difficult deck to handle for me. Right, so you can see straight away that this is a Fool. She's about to take a step into the unknown, but with a different name. So you've got the number on, but a different name. So we have the Fool. This is one of those decks that I could probably quite happily play some beautiful music in the background, not even talk through, because it's so obvious. Look at how this is like an island, and she's got like a cloth of water. She's contemplating inner knowledge. She's holding something in her hand. The Empress. Look how peaceful and calm and in tune with nature she is. The Emperor is a Sultan. Elephant. Lovers. The Chariot. You see what I mean about you don't necessarily need to know what this is. This is the Hermit, obviously, because he's alone and he's contemplating the light, his candles there. So they've got absolutely everything in. So it's a beautiful merging of the two worlds, effectively. We can easily use, we know this is justice because she's got the scales and the sword of truth. So despite the variances in the image, this is a Hierophant, there's a guy hanging upside down. See what I'm saying? I mean, I think this is a gorgeous death card because he's walking towards, or this person is walking towards the light. They're about to become enlightened. They're about to transform. And I think there's a little blue butterflies, if I'm not mistaken, or blue little flowers on the way. One foot on land, one foot on water. And the devil. You can just make the devil out in this card. There you go. Tower. And you still have the two dogs. You see? The two wolves. And we go into wands, or staffs as they're called in this. How happy she is. Victory. These are like various comets, aren't they? And so the pages are called daughter. All of the pages are daughters. And all of the knights are son. So you have daughter, son, queen, and the Shah is the king. So moving on to the cups. I love this because the Two of Cups is about a meaningful connection, the joining of two people with a common goal. And it's a lifelong connection. It's something very deep and meaningful. And by choosing an older couple here, this is, it just, to me, it's the perfect union. The three, look how fed up he is. He's got these pots of gold and he just can't, he's not interested. His heart is elsewhere. Five of Cups. I do believe this is a happy ever after card. You actually could, you know, move on to these if you fall in love with these and you know the Rider-Waite-Smith, or you know the Waite-Smith deck, then actually it's easy to transfer to this because there's so much of the original card image within these images, so that you're able to make that transition. If that makes sense. Then we're on to swords. And I always think it's interesting how they've handled this. You see, she needs to make a decision which way to go, and you can see there's a choice here. She's got the swords are actually lying in the path. I think that's really good. Very well done. You see in the Three of Hearts, the Three of Cups, the Three of Swords is heartache. You're on your knees while you process this grief, you see. And it's a mental state of loss. So, very well done. Resting. You've lost a part of yourself. Well, you can see this person's whole image is shattered, and I just think, and then you've got the boat. I really do think these are very, very cleverly done. Well done. Oh, look how stunning that is. They almost take away the seriousness of the situation, don't they? When you're, well, not so much that one, surely. But they do almost take away the seriousness of the situation, because these are all in the mind, the swords, and she's amazing. What a queen. And that actually is a really good queen, because the Queen of Swords is always quite, I think the word is determined. Okay, so now we're on to the coins, which are the last deck. So we would know them as the Pentacles and the Rider-Waite-Smith. The Ace. Two is a balancing act. This is the apprenticeship, so you're just starting to bring in the create your income opportunity. Hoarding. He's hiding it in his treasure trove. And it's interesting how they would have done this, because this is out in the cold financially. Well, it's still outside, isn't it? So you're cast out financially. 6, generosity. Beavering away. Well, I think you must agree that these are really something else. Very contemplative. So, there we have a brand new arrival, the Sufi Tarot by Ayeda Husain. A job well done. Please leave your comments if you would like me to read them. I do reply and I like to read them. And I hope that you've enjoyed the video and that you like the deck. Okay, thank you for your time.